Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure being here. And so I would like to go through the transformation that this country is having right now. So Saudi Arabia is in the spotlight because the immense transformation and the rapid growth that is going on. And, but the difference with some of the neighbors in the region is that Saudi Arabia has an extensive and very, very rich heritage. So the dilemma now is how not only survive, but excel in the midst of the social and the technological progress in the society of today. So I would like to go quickly through the vast cultural richness of the country and make us conscious about the huge responsibility that we have as designers working in Saudi Arabia. So stepping into 2025, and in the realms of architecture, the relation between tradition and modernity has been a source of fascinating debate. Nowadays, it has a new significance because of the new social values, the technological advances, and the environmental imperatives. So all these social values and the technological advances and environmental imperatives has a new significance for the country. So traditional architecture stands as a testament of the rich tapestry of the human history and the cultural heritage. The buildings always, we know, reflect the identity and the aspiration of the communities across the country. And this rich cultural and architectural heritage that Saudi Arabia has is a reflection of many aspects of the kingdom. It has an impact because of the people and the climate, the socioeconomics, the characteristics, the values, and the principles. And that is what has created the richness of the city. Saudi Arabia has proudly showcased a diverse array of 19 architectural styles. And these styles are intricately woven into a fabric of the 13 regions. These 13 regions are united by the Arabic language, but each has a unique dialect, has their own heritage and the culinary identity. And each region offers a unique narrative. The 19 architectural styles defined by OMRANIA are identified in the first diagram, whereas the second diagram represents the 13 regions of Saudi Arabia. When we overlap both diagrams, we can see the third one that help us to identify the architectural styles present in each of those regions and the style dominance. So historically, the buildings, designs and materials in Saudi Arabia were dictated by the climate, the geography, and the resources available. So we can see there's a huge difference if we compare regions across the country. For example, the buildings in the central area, which is the biggest proportion of where one style is the dominant one, the Nashdi style, they prefer to use adobe for the malleability, for the availability in the place, and also for the insulation qualities. In Western Saudi Arabia, there's stone and red bricks, and for example, in some coastal areas like Jeddah, they use coral from the Red Sea. Now, Saudi Arabia is building the new identity, and it's a challenge because the country has to adapt and reuse the heritage building with the modern interventions, and integrate the traditional design elements into contemporary structures. Collaborative approach that blend cultural heritage and cutting-edge technology and innovation. So, and also introducing the new sustainability design principles. And within this context, it's necessary to mention the Vision 2030. Saudi Arabia has a need to preserve and pass on traditional architecture to new architecture and stay in line with the strategic framework of Saudi Vision 2030. And this strategy aims to strengthen the cultural aspect of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia through architectural design. It's very important for the country to understand that Vision 2030 supports the vibrant culture of the country by trusting its past but looking to the future. And also UNESCO has an important role here. The country has 8 World Heritage Places across the kingdom for now. There's a lot of more that will come in future. And UNESCO is committed to unleash the power of the culture to achieve Agenda 2030. Indeed, it affirms that no development can be considered sustainable without including the culture and the full integration of culture into sustainable development policies. The building design should respect the environment and create an architecture that integrates local identity with the design process. So the design of new buildings will have to guarantee the identity and collective memory of the place. In my company, in OMRANIA, we have many projects where we have to consider the traditional style. And I took part of one of the studies we are doing right now for one of the projects where we have to understand most of the different styles in the country and to do an analysis. So, and to achieve that, we need to do a deep study because we have to retain the essential and leave the superficial, right? And this study, so especially in this country, is going through understanding the introversion versus the extroversion of the architecture, the volumes, the interaction, the light and the shadows, and the mass versus the openings. So then, of course, the materials, the colors, the patterns, etc. So I think the biggest challenge for the technological replication lies in the question that replicating or taking this element from the traditional architecture where authenticity is. What is the significance of a replica when we cannot distinguish from the original, right? And I don't know, is it valid or not? It's a question that we have to consider. In OMRANIA, we go through an interdisciplinary collaboration, cross-cultural exchange, and we look always for innovation. And we aim to create spaces that not only inspire our admiration, but also serve as catalysts for the positive social change and the sustainable stewardship. We aim to build environments as a reflection of our values, aspirations, and collective humanity. And we believe it's the best way to build a more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable. I would like very quickly to go through only 3 projects to show you that to show you our commitment with the culture of Saudi Arabia. This project, to White Palace, is in Riyadh, was done in association with Frey Otto and Bureau Happel in 1984. So this was awarded with many prizes, and and was one of the first buildings that in OMRANIA we designed considering all the aspects of the culture of the kingdom, including all the interiors. The heart is the oasis that is in the center. The importance to use natural materials, the lighting, the organic fluid effect of the design, and the response, how architecture responds to the surrounding. All the views are toward the greens. We are very proud of this project because it's quite a long time that is there. And then there were many opportunities that we have to utilize the traditional style. In this building, for example, ACTH National Architecture Heritage Exhibition, the interpretation of a modern Nashdi style, and also in King Salman Grand Mosque, in association with BA Architecture. This is in Diriyah in Riyadh. It's under construction right now. The main challenge was the scale of the project and how to introduce the new technology into the architecture with the mud bricks. Okay, I'm exceeding my time, so just I want to say that the value of an original work lies on the history, not just through the physical form, but also because of the people and the culture they are associated with that. I replicating a building perfectly may copy the physical form, but cannot replicate the history or the spirit. I would like to say that I believe that it's important to start these conversations, and I will continue with my commitment with the architectural principles, the respect for the culture and the people, the authenticity of our approach, and the passion, because it's what I really love. Thank you, guys, everyone. Thank you very much.